Hey everyone, Cralopix here, and today we are finishing this Great Wall diamond painting. Yes! Finally, episode 25! Yeah! That's a good number to end on, I think. But for the final time, stats as usual. It is 200 by 70 centimeters. Someone did ask recently if, what part of the kit that was, but 200 by 70 is the actual diamond painting image. Like, that's where you actually place the diamonds. And the whole canvas itself, so the border and everything, that is about 210 by 80 centimeters. So yeah, it's a substantial piece there, guys. It is full drill, round diamond, and there are a few special diamonds in there. I don't think I've ever mentioned, or maybe like way at the start, but there are 48 colors in this piece. And yeah, it's pretty cool. There are some AB colors, and yeah, I think that's all I can tell you guys about this piece. I do this for every single diamond painting that I have ever worked on. I get so excited when I can see the finish, and when I'm working on a color and I can see that it'll be the last time I'll ever use that color. In my head, I'm always like, yes, I can empty this into like a baggie and put it away right now. But then, the rational side of me, always having these inner arguments, but the rational side of me says, wait until you're completely done. Because what if you've missed a diamond? Or what if you just missed, one towards the end there? You never know. Don't get rid of them just yet. So yes, I am usually able, well, no, I've always been able to control myself, but yes, I have that inner argument every time. Like, say it's a green and I know there's no more green left in the diamond painting. I just want to pack it up straight away. But no, let it go, because you never know. Just keep it. You'll get to put it away soon enough. Relax. Is anybody else like that? Itching to put away the diamonds? Because putting it away is like, finalizing that you are finishing the piece, right? So, does anybody else do that? Or is it just me? I have sped up this video a little bit more than I have in the past. just so that it didn't get too long, because I wanted to, go through my review at the end with you guys. So if it's looking a little fast, it's not me. It's the editing. I am not fast. Last legend, everyone, and this one will not disappoint either. It's consistent, still bittersweet, lots of happy and sad in one short little story. But this one is called, or it's about Yanmen Fortress. And Yanmen, I believe, is translated to Wild Goose Fortress. And the reason it used to be called something else, and I couldn't pronounce the name. I'm so sorry. But the story is why this fortress had its name changed to Wild Goose. So there was once a monk who was actually traveling all around the world to help himself in his studies of Buddhism, and just trying to learn everything he can to learn his way and earn his way to enlightenment. He came by this fortress, but he was starving. He was very, very hungry. And unfortunately, no one lived around the fortress, so there was no local place that he could purchase food. And at that point, there was a flock of geese just kind of flying by in the sky, and he looked up. And he saw, and not to demean the story, but it reminds me of, excuse me, in the cartoons when someone is really, really hungry, they look at something and it turns into like a food item. That's what kind of happened here with the monk. He looked up in the sky and saw the geese, but he saw the geese as a means of food. And since it's a huge, with him being a monk, it's a big no-no to kill things and eat the meat. So whilst he had that thought, it was fleeting. So a goose, however, heard his thoughts and felt bad for the monk. So the goose decided to just drop down out of the sky, landed in front of the monk, and died right on the spot. And the monk was really shocked, and he realized that this goose had taken its own life so that the goose could, not suffer from hunger anymore. And the monk was really, really touched by this. And he still couldn't eat the goose, but in respect to Buddha and the goose, because of his self-sacrifice, he buried the goose and built a small pagoda next to its grave. So, and then all of this is next to the fortress, so that's why they've renamed it to Wild Goose Fortress. The end. Yeah, it's probably going to take me a few days to figure out the moral on that one. But yes, another interesting legend. And luckily that was the last one, because I haven't been able to find any more, so... But that's all right. These are great little, I like these legends. They're great little bits of history as well. So very interesting. Had to say interesting. It's done, I finally finished. I'm so excited. It's complete, you guys. Can you believe it? It's done. Now I just need to spray it with the varnish. I'm gonna do probably more coats than I usually do. I usually do about 3 or 4 coats of varnish, but with it being so large, and I know that I'm gonna keep it rolled up unless somebody wants to buy it, that is, I am going to do about 6 coats, I think. Well, we'll see how it looks as it goes. I think 6 coats will be okay, but I definitely want to add more to it just to keep it, you know, in prime condition, just to look at whenever I feel like. I'd hate to pull it out of storage just to, you know, look at it or show it to some friends or something and have it be like missing diamonds everywhere. That would just, ooh, that'd be heartbreak right there. But yeah, it is all done. I can't believe it, guys. This has been long. It was bigger than the peacock, so yeah, it took more episodes. But it's been so good. So I'll quickly go through the negatives first, because I like to end on a positive. So, negatives about this piece. There aren't many. Haha. That's a positive. But one negative I had was that it's mostly their symbol choices. So like number 9, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah. So number 9 is a light color on kind of a medium green, but I think it would have been better with a black on this green because it's really hard to see on the canvas. Like I have to, usually you can tell when you're missing diamonds or something like that, or you know, the color that you're working on, but really I have to like take a moment. I have erroneous diamonds everywhere. I really have to take a moment to make sure I haven't missed any of the 9s, because like this area here had a lot of the 9s and they was just really hard to see. So I just had to be really careful with that. Being careful isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it was hard on the eyes. That's my point. The other issue I had was with the greater than sign and the less than sign. I don't care about the use of those symbols, but, and I've got them sitting here, I think. Yes. When the shades are so similar in color and you're using 2 similar symbols like that, it's very difficult. Like they're both blues, and it was just, I learned my lesson early on in this diamond painting, thankfully. But if I was working on the painting upside down, I'd have to turn the box upside down just to make sure I was working on the right symbol. That being said, I guess they didn't create this piece thinking that it was going to be worked on upside down. So I'm okay with that. Again, not really a negative point, but that is one of the most negative points I have about this piece. So that's saying a lot. But yeah, those arrows were very confusing. I just had to be extra careful whenever an arrow came up on the canvas. I just had to be extra careful that I was working and using the right color. That's all. Any other negative? The 310. So that seems to be with quite a few diamond paintings, no matter the seller. 310 was probably one of the colors that had the most scrap pieces of plastic in it, the most junk. They were also the most malformed pieces. I mean, you can't really tell in the painting, but as you're putting them down and when you've got them in the tray, you can tell. But they look nice on the product, so I'm okay with that. Again, minor negative point. And I feel like something must be up with 310 when it's being manufactured. Like it must be the color, the dye, or something like that causes these issues. Because yeah, it's not only this seller that I've seen 310 issues with. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, no, sorry, I do have one more. It's kind of like, it goes back to the greater than and less than symbols, which are these three colors, B, C, and D. They're very, when you're looking at them so small, they get to look a kind of similar in shape. So you have to look really hard. So it's a bit hard on the eyes as well. And the shades are very similar between those three. So I had to be really careful with that. And that's when I had the incident where I started putting C's on D's or something like that. I even forget. I've blocked it out now, I think. But yeah, I just had to be aware of that. But luckily that didn't come into play until later in the piece. Any other? I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. Even the AB stones, there were only three AB colors, and they weren't very difficult to work with. They were pretty easy to work with. They do leave a little bit of residue in the wax, but the wax that I used did not pick off all of the AB coating. Like, it hardly picked off any at all. And so all of my AB areas are still quite shiny, and I'm very happy about that. So yeah, all of my negatives are very small issues. Like, they did not detract from working on this piece at all. Like, this piece was ridiculously enjoyable. It was okay. So yeah, let's get into the good points. The canvas was super clear, no blurriness whatsoever. And I had my doubts about it at first because they used the percent symbol and they used the ampersand and the @ symbol. And with symbols that have a lot of strokes in it, those tend to get blurry. There's even the pound sign in here, the hash. And yeah, those tend to get really blurry, but not this canvas. It was so clear. And the colors that you see in between the diamonds, so the colors for each spot, they were so spot on that looking at this, the detail's pretty good, because I feel that with squares, the detail is better than with round diamonds. But I feel like the detail in this is pretty good due to the fact that the canvas was colored so well. So yeah, I'd say 11 out of 10 for the canvas. It was really good. The adhesive was really good. It had just enough give so that you could nudge, but stones weren't sliding all over the place, which was perfect. I haven't lost any, like, you know, from the beginning since I've been working on this. None of the diamonds have fallen off, even though I keep it rolled up when I'm not working on it. But I think that's brilliant. I mean, yeah, I use the roller, but you know, sometimes that doesn't always work. I mean, you might end up with some missing diamonds. But nah, I had to look through before I finished the last bit. I wanted to check to see if any had fallen off. Nope, they're all still there, and I'm really pleased with that. So another good point. What else? The transaction was good. I bought 3 diamond paintings in this transaction, and that's this one, the golden dragon one, and I have another one that's bigger than this one, and it's a bunch of magnolias. And the transaction was very easy. It was through AliExpress, but it was very easy. The people were very nice. And yeah, like, I didn't have to have any real back and forth with them, you know, trying to discuss an issue or anything. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with Mayon so far. And they've got some awesome designs. Like, they have all the 3D peacocks, and I want all of them. I was like, come on, you're killing me. But yeah, that's, I guess that's that, you guys. What else can I say? Like, there are no more actual points that I can say that's particularly positive. It's just the whole kit was incredible, and I do mean incredible. I'm not exaggerating. It was good from start to finish. The diamonds, the canvas, the adhesive, the transaction itself. I didn't run out of any diamonds. I had plenty of diamonds for everything. There was someone mentioned that they got the same one and asked if I had gotten a check sheet, and I didn't, and neither did they. And I was worried at first. Yes, I was concerned, but there was no need for it really, and I trusted them, and I'm happy that I did. I have not ran out of diamonds at all. Got really close on one color. I think maybe it's this color. I think it's one of the greens that I have maybe 50 diamonds left, which is still quite substantial. Well, I mean, besides the special diamonds, I think there's only like 10 of those extra. But still, I think that's pretty good. I am so pleased with this kit. If you guys want the challenge of a larger diamond painting, I do recommend this one. This is really good. Yeah. I'm chuffed. I'm so happy about this piece. Yeah. And for the love of the craft, I know everyone's like, it'll be a waste if you keep it rolled up or something like that. Well, I do diamond painting because I enjoy the actual craft. And I mean, that goes for all crafts for me. I like doing the craft. And product, I'm not so worried about. But this one may make me rethink that just a little bit. Its size, though. The size is what creates a problem, because framing is expensive. And I'm not too sure how I'm going to frame this myself, being that it's so large. I'll have a think about it, but yeah. For now, it's going to be all rolled up. It's going to be sleeved in some plastic and then put inside a box where it'll be protected. And yeah, that's what's happening with this bad boy. But yeah, I really do hope that you guys have enjoyed this journey. I know I have, and I feel like I've said it over and over and over again. But yeah, this one was great to work on. And yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed as well. And yeah, thank you so much for participating in this epic Great Wall piece. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys. Bye.